guys, welcome to another episode of May the Codes Be With You. Today we are going to attempt another question from the Lead Code series, and it is called as zigzag conversion. So this question has been asked in several companies. Foremost is the company called PayPal, and they've been asking this question for a very long time now, and in my opinion it is one of the easiest questions to solve and crack the interview. So let's get into the question first and identify the procedure that we are going to take in order to solve this particular question. So let's get into the question. So yeah, as you can see, it is a medium level problem and it is question number 6 on Leap Code. We would be given a string like this, PayPal is hiring, and alongside this we would be given number of rows. So what we have to do is we have to divide this string into several characters, and each character appears in a different line till the time it reaches the number of rows that have been specified over here. So if we take example 1, so we are given the string PayPal is hiring and number of rows as 3. So what we need to do is we need to start from first row, second row and third row. Then we have to break our character the next character there and decrement the value and push to the second row, and then further decrement the value and push to the first row, so that we do not exceed the maximum number of rows that are given here, so which are 3. So what we would do is P would be given in the first row, A would be given in the second row, Y would be given in the third row. So as you can see, we've reached the number of row as 3. So what we would do is we would decrement the position value and append the next character on that particular position, and then we have to decrement again so as to reach row number 1, and then we will append the next character there, so A. Then it continues so on and so forth till the time the entire string is exhausted. So in the end what we need to do is we need to put along the characters that are appearing in a single row. So for example, in this case, in example number 1, the string that we would give as output would be PAHN APLSIIG YIR, right? So we need to traverse through the rows one by one and append each row characters at the end of the previous row characters, right? If we take example number 2, so the string is the same, PayPal is hiring, and the number of rows is 4. So what we would do is we would break the next character at the end of fourth row and start decrementing the position till the time we reach the minimum number of rows, that is 1. So it would be PAYP, then we decrement and append the character here, then we decrement again and append the character here, decrement and then append the character here, and it would continue till the time we have exhausted all the characters in this particular string. So the final output would be PIN ALSIG YAHR PI. So in order to code this question, what we are going to do is we are going to use hash map. We have already used some of the methods before in this particular series itself, the methods that we are going to use. So one of the methods that we are going to use is called dot put, which is used to add a particular thing at a particular place. So basically hash map takes in two data types at a time. One is the key and the other is a set. So key value, sorry, one is the key and other is value. So what it would do is it would store a value at a particular key, and if we need to put a particular character at a particular place, so we need to specify both the key and value at that particular position where we want to put that particular character. So we use dot put as a method. Then the second method is called dot get, wherein we just give the position value, that is the key, and then what we do is we extract that using dot get method. There is another thing called string builder that we are going to use in this particular question. So yeah, let's code this question and I will explain it to you how we are proceeding and what is required at each step. So we are going to first break down our problem into several parts. So first part is that we have to check if we have reached the number of rows while we are parsing through our string. So when do we do that? So when we put P, we put A in position, we put Y. Since we've reached the final number of row that was specified in the question, we start decrementing the position. So the first thing is to identify the position of our particular character. So let's code this question. So the first thing to do is we will be initializing a hash map which takes in two things. One will be integer type and the other will be string builder. We name it as map, right? We take a variable called position which will be storing each position. This will help us to put individual characters at a particular position. I will explain how we are doing that as we proceed forward. I am using a boolean variable called increment, incr, and initially I will set it to true. Now what we need to do is we need to parse through the entire string that will be given to us, in this case which is PayPal is hiring. What we do is we initialize a variable char c, a C variable which is of char data type, and we will convert our string into a character array. So for that there is a predefined function called toCharArray in camel casing. Now the next thing is to find out is the actual position of our post variable and when does it reach the final position, the number of rows that are given to us. So we place a if check. If our position is equal to num rows, what we would do is that we would set increment to false. Since we do not want after the final row the value of post should increment, so we set the increment variable as false. Second, what we need to check is if our position is the first position, then we increment equal to true. We set increment variable as true. Now the third thing to do is we need to check if increment is true. What we need to do when increment is true, we need to increment the value of position. So what we do is if increment is equal to true, or simply if increment. So if we specify like this, if increment, and we do not specify anything equal to true, so it simply means that we are considering that if increment is true, we would increment the value of pos, else you would decrement the value of pos, right? Now the next thing to do is we need to place a check if our hash map already contains the key POS inside it. If it does not contain, then we will put that particular key POS inside our hash map, and if it is present, then we will only fetch that value and append the next character inside on that particular position. So what we do is we place a if condition to check if map does not contains key POS. So it is checking if map does not contain the value POS as its key. And then what we do is we simply put that particular position inside our hash map. We are giving two things because hash map needs two things inside it. One is the key and the other is the value, right? Now we've placed a condition for if it does not contain. Now what we do is we need to check if it contains that particular POS value, POS as key. Then what we do is we fetch that POS and append the value C. C is the character at a particular position inside the string that is given to us, which is PayPal is hiring. Once we do that, what we need to do is we need to output a result. So to output the result, we create a string builder with the name of result res. Right, now we need to run a loop across all the key values inside our hash map, and once we reach every uh, index position, what we do is we simply have to append the value that we get at the ith position. Right, once we do that, we just need to return the result, but the result is a string. We need to convert it as a string since the output needs to be a string, as you can see here. So there is a method called toString which we will use here. Okay, so I guess this is it. Let's check if the code is running. There is an error. Okay, I did not place a semicolon here. Let's check again. I'm getting an error. Oh, spelling is wrong. Contains key. Let's run it again. So yes, our code got accepted. As you can see, it is the same string that is given to us here. Now let's submit and check if our code is getting how much time it takes for the code to compute. Our code took 11 milliseconds of time. Hope you like the explanation of the code that we have done here. We will be posting more content soon. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel and comment if you have any doubts. Thank you for watching our video.